What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel Bear Season 1, episode number 7. We're getting closer to the end of this first season, and as things kind of start feeling kind of messy and chaotic again, everything kind of came back together, and Sydney, who we've been praising and is doing a kick-ass job in this role, gets things really organized, moving really smoothly. Everything's in order. Everyone's accepting their roles and thriving in them, it feels like. But then you've got Richie, who feels like he's a little bit out of place now. He's not really...
He needs the chaos.
Yeah, you talked about him thriving through chaos, and there really isn't much right now.
Thankfully.
There was a little bit in this episode where their window got shot out. These gangster dudes were all outside fighting and getting into an argument, but Sydney came to the rescue on that as well, as Richie's digging for his gun. He wants to immediately go grab his gun and go figure shit out that way.
But also storing it in a pot in the freaking kitchen is probably not the best place.
What if someone reaches I need that pot? That would be kind of a shocking surprise there. But Sydney
or not shocking, depending on who's grabbing it.
Sure, for sure. But Sydney decides to just go grab some leftover food and bring it out, and it just calms everyone, and everyone agrees to just stop beef. I did it again. Stop beefing, and they make their agreements, and Sydney's just kind of kicking ass all over the place right now.
Just everybody likes her. She's meshing so well with everybody.
She has such a demeanor when she talks to people that it's impossible to not like her, I feel like. Because even when she's riled up or upset, she still has this tone where it seems like she'd be really easy still to talk to. But, she's squashing all these beefs. Even there was a situation where Sugar comes in looking for these documents, and they have no idea where these tax documents are. And they're figuring it out, and they're trying to find them. And, Mikey, where we saw the flashback, by the way, which we saw a whole different view of Richie, which kind of... Obviously, you're going to be a lot better in a mood in that scenario, but I think just Mikey just brought a certain vibe, as you can see from that flashback.
Right.
But obviously he wasn't really organized in terms of his documentation of things. So they were scrambling, and then at the end, there was another thing that kind of came together where they found the documents.
It was in the shit folder.
Exactly.
That one.
For sure. That's exactly how I label my stuff, too. So just... just put it in a folder. No big deal.
Better not.
But everything really kind of seemed to come together, and you see Richie struggling with that idea, feeling like he's not part of the team anymore, and this is his spot. I think he mentioned even quitting at some point. But he told the dudes outside the restaurant that he wouldn't call the cops on him. I wouldn't do that.
That's not me.
But then does it at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering what that play is, because my initial reaction was Richie's trying to sabotage, trying to make it look bad, cause a big stir outside the restaurant on the street. And he also saw how one of the bars was closing down. There's other restaurant that's coming up that doesn't fit the neighborhood, so everything around him is changing. And I mentioned this, I'm with you, Richie. I don't like change either, and I'm not comfortable in that type of change. And he's getting a lot of it around him right now. So I'm wondering, what do you think his play was calling the police? Do you think it was to literally squash the issue and get them out of there to make it more peaceful outside the restaurant? Or do you think he's trying to sabotage to create more drama, essentially?
I don't know, because you can't really think that it was them that called the cops, Richie or the restaurant, because they offered them food and said that they wouldn't do that. So I'm hoping that they don't think it was the restaurant. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what Richie's thing was. Maybe to try and help resolve an issue. I got this. Instead of pulling out my own gun, I'm going to call the police.
Cleaning up the street outside the restaurant sounds like a smart play for business.
Well, yeah, who wants to be scared to go into a restaurant or whatever?
Just my mindset, as you're saying that, I'm just wondering who else under that scenario would be calling the police on them. I don't know.
Other.
Possibly.
I don't think, but they wouldn't rat each other out.
So, yeah, it's definitely interesting to see. We'll see how it plays out. But I'm also very curious to see how this show wraps up their seasons, because we've seen a lot of shows. We've seen a lot of shows handle season finales differently. We're getting close to the penultimate episode. Very interested to see how it goes.
Yep.
You ready to check it out?
Yep.
Let's go.
Thank God you found us at 93.1 FM WXRT. I'm Lynn Bramer, your best friend in the whole world. So let's start today with a songwriter who has been known to climb on the stage of the Metro as the Christmas Unicorn.
What's a Christmas unicorn?
And while you've heard all roads lead to Rome, some roads lead from Chicago.
I mean,
This is Chicago.
makes sense. There are roads that lead out of Chicago, yeah. But I don't know what Christmas unicorn is. Haven't heard that one before. This feels different.
I was just gonna say that.
Been to Chicago like 3 times. Never been there during good weather time. It's always been freezing cold.
As all my readers know, is devoted to
Oh,
Chicago.
I didn't get a chance to talk about Marcus. I hope he doesn't get in trouble for his ambitious desire to make donuts.
Can the Windy City evolve without losing its true essence? We wonder at times if nostalgia clouds our judgment and creates an angry desire for perfection with every turned over spot, which is why we have chose to revisit the beef of Chicagoland, a River North staple. The word we would have used it to describe the beef before this review was reliable. The word I would choose now after my most recent meal is at the well-loved, if not shabby establishment, is elevated or elegant.
Nice.
Stop reading that shit. We got a lot to do today, okay? We open in 20, to-go's live in 20. Let's fucking go.
Oh, they're doing to-goes now. So this is a little bit of a jump.
Should we, like...
The sandwiches are so delicious as ever, but the standout dish that encapsulates all this was the risotto with braided beef. The rice was luscious. The chef obviously knew what she was doing.
Ibra, enough. Please, back to work.
So her dish that she created is a hit.
I gave a dish to a customer because I didn't want it to go to waste. I obviously didn't know who
Chef,
he was.
It's all good. It's all good.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
She gave that dish to a food reviewer? Oh, man.
Sorry.
So does that mean that they're going to have to start preparing that meal now?
Louis, apologize to Jeff.
Sorry, Jeff. It's all right, Louis.
You need to teach him how to work in the kitchen.
Today? Sure, Tina. Today, the day we're running the new program. Chef Sydney, you got that, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What? That doesn't seem like a good day for all this stuff.
I need help with him. He is getting into trouble, doing dumb shit, is not interested in anything.
So you brought
and
him
he's
here?
You told me you could teach him.
Teach him what exactly?
Your skills, man. You got skills.
What?
I like how now she's dishing out compliments.
Yeah, right?
Why is he talking about risotto, cousin? We don't have risotto on the menu.
That's a dish that Sydney's been working on. Sydney accidentally left it at his table.
Accidentally?
Accidentally.
What's the pickup on risotto? Feel like that's kind of crazy, right? We're not gonna do that.
No, we're not gonna do that. 15 minutes to open!
Sydney, you blowing somebody down at the Telegraph?
Yeah, Richie, that's exactly what's happening. I'm blowing somebody down at the Telegraph.
Oh!
Can we please go over the new system
You
today?
got it, boss. Fascinating how you accidentally gave a dish that's not on the menu to
Cousin?
a guy who
Hey,
happened to
not
be
that
a
bad.
food
Shut the
critic.
fuck up.
It's like of all the people, like, jeez.
I'm gonna turn on the to-go's in 10 minutes. Salads, count.
25 all day.
Grill pars, Tina, chicken.
32 all day, chef.
Richie, go fuck yourself.
69 all day, chef.
And Marcus, cakes all day?
Give me a sec.
Nope, faster, how many?
I'm a little behind. I'm gonna catch up.
Marcus, if you're still fucking with those donuts right now, I'm gonna fuck your day up, you hear me?
Yes, chef.
Uh-oh.
Can we please talk about the
Yeah,
new
you
to-go
got it,
system?
boss. Fellas, I gotta talk to Sydney. Excuse me, lizards.
Oh, man. This feels...
Bravo! All right, boss. it. Got your little dish and the paper, to-go tablet. Everything's going according to plan, huh? This is what you want to do from the beginning, right? You know, you push my people out. Yeah, you know, push out the working man, make room for whatever fucking jabronistas.
Are you the new face of the working man?
Right.
Richie, congrats, that is huge.
You know, you're bringing in all these fucking strokes. They're gonna box out the OGs.
Okay, the OGs.
No, it's just confusing. People are gonna not know what's on the menu, what's not on the menu.
Let me help clarify some things, okay? We all work in a restaurant. We make food in the restaurant. We all try to do a good job. I don't know about you.
Oh my God.
We take our earnings and just, you know, live our lives. That's it. It's business.
She's awesome, dude.
Not some sort of hollow shell you can project your dying fantasies or
You don't need to
whatever
get nasty.
onto. Those OGs you love waxing on and on about all come here, split one sandwich and a free cup of water.
So this is
Shit.
a war on poor people.
No,
All
this
right,
is
I
a war on
see
you
you.
shutting the fuck up. I was telling Richie that we are learning how to use the tablet, and it's good for business, and you and I agree.
Yes, your idea, but yes. I just turned on to-go tablet. Are we ready?
No!
This is gonna be bad.
Oh my God.
I just don't feel like we're on the same page right now. I feel like we're not good.
Let's get through the day, please. What?
This feels like mayhem right now.
What the fuck? See?
Okay. Well, I don't know.
You left the pre-order option open.
No.
We have 78 slices of chocolate cake, 99 French fries, 54 chickens, 38 salads, and 255 beef sandwiches due up in 8 minutes. Oh,
You didn't fucking tell me shit!
shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Let me think for a fucking second.
Holy shit.
I told you that dish wasn't fucking ready.
What does this have to do with
Chef,
this?
stop! Stop! Everything on the grill, fire everything right fucking now!
Chef.
Back, contribute in any way humanly possible. Don't stop making fucking sandwiches! I want you to get the sandwiches, put them in the corresponding section.
This feels like a crazy one shot. I don't know when it started, but I just noticed it.
Richie, do you even know how to do fries?
Yes.
Okay, Marcus, where are we on cakes?
Get in there.
Getting there. What the fuck do you... Marcus, what the fuck are you doing still working on this shit? Are you here right now?
It doesn't make a difference.
There's 4 cakes and still
Yeah, I was going to cut them.
They're not even cut yet?
That's not that big of a deal.
What is this?
I'm doing them in 5, basically. I'm
No,
gonna order
no,
them in
stop.
5.
This is making me nervous.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to Marcus. I'll
Get the
order...
fuck off my expo chef now! Get the fuck off! Thank you!
Corner. Oh. You didn't say corner.
Fuck
You don't-
you, Richie.
You don't need to curse at me
Fuck
like a maniac.
you.
It's your bullshit that fucked us today, not mine.
Fuck you, Richie.
Sydney.
Fuck you.
Uh-oh.
This is bad.
This feels like a breaking point.
Still waiting on 55 beef, 24 chicken and pepper, 41 dogs, 6
Yeah, I don't
salads.
think they've
Somebody get me a
cut.
fucking Sharpie that fucking works! Cousin, out here, get me a fucking Sharpie. Get me a
Why?
fucking Sharpie.
Dude, look at the fucking orders just not stopping.
Fire 2 more cakes.
No more
Tuco,
fucking.
They just
Are
phoned
you
it in.
fucking deaf?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're extra fucking confusing today, man.
Sharpie! Fuck!
Oh my god. There's something broken in you, all right?
There's-
You're being mean, and it's ugly.
You want to talk about fucking ugly? You are a loser.
You're a
Shit.
conceited and
You can't
condescending
peel
ribbon of
fucking
brine.
vegetables. You can't fucking do shit. You waste space here.
I love the focuses back and forth. That's so good.
You're the loser that you fucking
That she's
are.
blurry.
And everybody knows it. I mean, your daughter probably knows it.
Is this like a bad dream or something?
Don't bring in the kids. Don't bring in the kids.
Yo,
Thing you know
why are
how
you
to
being
do.
such a fucking bitch
I
right now?
don't know, Richie. Why am I?
Shut the fuck up!
I did it. I figured out what I was doing wrong. You know, I was trying to make a cake donut when it should have been yeast all along. And I've seen...
Marcus, why are you fucking with me? Why are you fucking with me? Why are you fucking with me? Huh? Get the fuck back to work! Everybody! Fucking idiots!
Is this whole episode a one shot? Like, this is nuts.
I got stabbed. Not right now. I got stabbed. I got stabbed.
Probably fucking deserved it.
Oh my god, dude. This is the most chaotic thing I've ever watched.
Ibra, make that fucking fast!
I'm trying.
That's
Oh.
not sanitary at all.
She got him good.
Aw, Marcus.
Where the fuck is Marcus?
Oh no.
1 minute, 20 more chickens, fire.
We don't have any more.
Fucking find them, god fucking damn it, Tina!
Someone just came in asking for risotto.
Chef, we good? Chef, I can't hear you.
We are not good. We are not good, Chef.
No? What the fuck are you talking about?
I quit is what's going on.
Quit?
Yeah, Chef. I
Right now?
fucking quit.
You quit right now.
You are an excellent chef.
What are you doing?
You are also a piece of shit.
What are you doing?
This isn't on me.
What are you doing?
Go up.
Yo, cousin, there's a fucking line. Are we open or not?
Holy flippin' shit, dude.
Wait, that was the entire episode?
That was the entire episode. That was a 20-minute one shot. That was the most chaotic, just
Was that the title card? When it was like the bear?
I that's what it zoomed in on there at the end, right?
Anybody, let me check heart rate.
Holy.
Anybody else check their heart rate right now?
That felt,
90? We're at 90?
I don't even have words for what we just watched. That was the fastest paced episode of TV I think I've ever
literally
seen.
felt like we were watching it for 2 seconds.
It felt
That was not, what was it, 20?
20 minutes. It was like 19 and change or something. Because we're paused right now at the end during the credits and we're sitting at just under 20 minutes.
We're sitting at 1956.
I don't even...
I have no words.
That felt like the end of the restaurant.
How do you can't keep up with that shit? How many pre-orders? Also, who pre-orders?
I mean...
If something is, well, I mean, I guess with a review like that, with your ribbon of brine, what is it, brine? Brine. Whatever. I think that's what she said. I think that's what the food critic stated.
Pre-orders feel like a pretty common... I feel like...
If a restaurant is not currently open, I'm not pre-ordering shit.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Because...
I don't know. Do y'all pre-order food and go pick it up?
I don't know, but I mean, with a review like that, it's probably in high demand. So pre-orders are like, oh, hell yeah, I want to make sure that I get whatever it is that's being offered.
So it's like Sydney quitting in that moment. Just the way like her and Richie's interactions were.
With
Just
that knife, though. That was big ass
that
knife.
was pretty insane. But the way Carmi was handling the stress, it felt like he was acting like his teacher when he was in like that flashback, like at the beginning of the season.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. I mean, he was just telling people, fuck you.
Right, he wasn't
fuck
like
off,
belittling
all that
them
stuff,
like
no.
that.
Well, except for Marcus. Like, he was really hard on Marcus. I don't love that part.
Like, it
But
felt
the way
like
that Sydney was talking to Richie, that was some like, go take care of yourself.
The thing with Marcus, in the moment this popped up in the episode, like I think it was like 3 episodes ago, I feel like, the moment he started getting distracted by the donuts, I was nervous that this type of situation was going to happen.
Same.
To where they needed something, pressure was building, and he wasn't, because we already saw him once not be ready, and he blew the fuse and caused a lot of issues there, which they were able to recover from. This doesn't feel like a recovery moment.
No,
because
you
it's
need
like,
to take care of your main shit before you can add your extra shit.
yeah, but the way like you get a review like that and you start getting potentially new customers, which Richie is like going crazy about, like we're boxing out the OGs, and I get that idea. You got to stay true to the ones that keep you going, but at the same time,
like your core customer base, the ones who keep coming back no matter what, like you can always depend on orders from those folks.
But you got to build the business.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where I always go back to the idea of like going viral or having success in any type of business, or like specifically like we're on YouTube right now. Let's talk about that. It's like you have a video blow up, and it's the situation where, are you ready for that blow up? Mm-hmm. And either you are ready and you kind of go down the road of success, or you're not ready and you go down the road of not being successful. Mm-hmm. And it feels like having this review, her accidentally giving the risotto to a friggin' food critic who's writing an article about the restaurant, them getting this new review, and then they're launching the to-goes. She had the pre-orders set. They weren't prepared for this. And that could ultimately, like, that could break you as a restaurant, I feel like. Just the idea that everything is now not what it used to be.
Right.
And they have a whole new setup, a whole new situation. Everything is organized. We saw it in the last. We felt like, I think we made the comment that it felt like it was building towards something crazy. I didn't think it was going to be like this.
No.
That was, again, I'm not even joking. That felt like one of the most chaotic things I've seen in a very long time.
Yeah, that was wild.
Just the fact that, and you could, the moment I was like, the anxiety was building is when I noticed the one shot. I think the whole episode was a one shot. I'm going to have to, like, you could fact check me on that or let us know. But I need to check and see if that was a one shot, because that goes up to like top 3 all-time one shots of stuff that we've.
Pretty awesome.
Battle of the Bastards for sure. And then I think it was Hill House or Bly Manor.
Oh, yeah. In the funeral parlor.
Yeah. So that wasn't, that whole episode was essentially like, I think there were 2 cuts in the whole 45-minute episode.
Yeah.
I feel like this whole 20 minutes, granted there's breaks for commercials, it felt like the whole episode was a single shot.
Well,
I didn't feel like I saw a cut.
Maybe, like, you know, when there's like a pillar
there's
in the
tricks.
wall, and like you can blend those two together.
you
but
can
like
make,
it was done so well.
You could do natural cuts like that, but it doesn't feel like there were actual camera changes.
Right.
It felt like everything came from one camera, just friggin' on a steady cam, just moving around a kitchen and just.
Can you imagine doing that in a kitchen?
I would love, like, I love the behind the scenes type of stuff of that type of, like, those type of episodes, because it is wild.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it feels like Marcus is out. Is
the
Sydney
way
out?
he kind of, like, went out into, like, the dining area and, like, threw down his pastries. Like,
is that what Carmi ate?
Because
what he slapped out of his hand.
Slapped it out of his hand onto the ground, which, how dare you?
And then he was just like, damn, this shit was good.
Yeah.
And it's just unfortunate because that's not what they needed in that moment. It feels like Carmi's going to shut down for the day and be like, no business, everything is closed.
Right. Or just do the pre-orders and then, like, no.
But they kept rolling in. That machine didn't fucking stop the whole episode. It was order.
It would have been fine had it not been for the review.
Possibly. Yeah, because you wouldn't have known otherwise, and it wouldn't have driven extra traffic to them.
Oh, yeah, it would just been like the regulars.
Wow, it was probably like that might have been like the quickest episode too that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some shorter shows out there, but I don't know if I've seen a constant single moment, because that's all that was. That was a single moment of like 20 minutes, like literal 20 minutes in time.
Yeah.
Because I think when the episode
15
started, they were like 20 minutes to open.
Right.
Like it was something like that. It was a very small window of time and a lot of shit happened. And going into this finale now for the first season, there were things said that I feel like can't be taken back at this point. Or
especially
if it's
all the
just
stuff that Sydney said to Richie.
Well, even what she said to Carmi, like, you're a brilliant chef, but you're an asshole. You're a piece of shit.
He was being a piece of shit asshole.
I'm hopeful.
Not sorry.
I'm hopeful that that's just a moment of the chaos that was playing out, and it's just.
I don't know how anybody works in those conditions. I don't.
I'm generally like
I would instantly just shut down.
I've worked in certain live TV situations, specifically like UFC and doing writing stuff, to where you have to have stuff ready in the moment. I like pressure, but I didn't love that, and I could not be in an environment where people were talking to each other like
where
this.
You had to make sure that you have cleanliness standards, knife work, hot items. Forget it. There's people talking to each other like that. You know feelings are going to get hurt. You know people, like whether you've been in the business or the industry of whatever for a long time, when you're in the heat of the moment and things aren't going the way that you want and people start talking shit, that's going to get to you. That's going to hit you hard. I mean, Tina was just trying to be nice, but also, why is Tina trying to be so nice right now?
Well, I think she even said it last episode when she was talking to Richie, is like, this place has become amazing. It's taken her to a new level. I think she's really appreciated what Sydney was able to do for her. But like, when there's such like a
high stress thing, and you've also brought your child who was suspended from school, I mean, have him like sit down for a minute, like while we go through all this bullshit, like just chill. Like, don't be throwing shit in to, like, add to, because if he doesn't know what you're doing, he can't really help you do anything. But it's like, Tina, don't, like, now is not the time to be, like, worried about feelings.
Yeah. I'm wondering, I mean, is it valid to blame Sydney for this situation? She was the one.
No, she didn't know that was a food critic. She didn't know giving him the risotto would cause such chaos. She didn't know that she left the pre-orders on overnight. I mean, okay, you should take responsibility for those. Like, you need to take accountability for the things that you can control. But she didn't know about the food review. She didn't know about the risotto. She didn't know about that stuff. The pre-order stuff, that's on her.
I mean, the devil's advocate in me was like, he told her to stop with the risotto. She kept pushing. He said they weren't ready for to-go orders. She kept pushing. I guess he bent on that and decided to do it.
Well, I think she just does it. And I don't think she asks anymore. I think she just goes.
That's tough. That's a tough spot.
So you're the third base coach. What happens when they just go?
Yeah, you just throw your hands up, and if they score, cool. If they don't,
that's on you.
Yeah, it's just a tough spot, because those, like, if she would have just dropped it and accepted what Carmi said about the risotto, that it was, he said terrific but not ready. Just let it go, just chill, and not try to like get your own personal satisfaction by giving it to someone and seeing their reaction to it, and then waiting till he felt like y'all were ready for this to-go situation. And if you were going to do the to-go situation, make sure that damn pre-order wasn't on, because holy shit.
Well, I feel like she wants to do everything like now. And I like, just like let it breathe with our current brigade routine that we currently have. Let that like marinate for a little bit and then start adding stuff. I feel like she just wants to like balls to the wall, like, I mean, full speed, and it's like, slow down.
Carmi mentioned that in the last episode, where he did some homework on her over the previous places that she's worked, and they all said that she was brilliant but not patient. So I think we saw that play into having a really horrible effect on everything. Just her pushing that stuff, and then this is the outcome. But that was a brilliant episode.
That was so great. Like, I would watch that again.
That was
I mean, now that I know that there's all the chaos, and I could just okay,
relax.
It's fine.
Yeah, not knowing what you're getting yourself into when you start this episode, and then by the end of it, it felt like a literal sprint. It felt like we sprinted a marathon. Like,
that's not
full
the
sprint.
Same thing right there. A marathon is different than a sprint.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it was exhausting of a episode, but it like happened quickly. but I don't know.
Sprint.
Maybe
for
that's
sure,
a bad
then.
analogy, but it felt like we just did a crazy sprint because that was insane, but
Totally.
amazing. Very well done. The show is pretty dope.
All on like copious amounts of caffeine.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how I don't know how you live in that and work in that type
You can't be tired. You can't be tired.
If y'all work in that type of environment, I gotta hear the stories. We love hearing that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, it's like tales from the ER.
right.
I mean, don't, because that would probably be a HIPAA privacy offense. So don't do that.
Just don't tell specifics.
Yes.
But do you have any other thoughts?
No.
All right, y'all. You guys share all your thoughts. Leave those comments. We'll see you later for the next one. Bye.